Hello, the program Face the Fact on Global TV. My name is Topsy Gimba, your host. Face the Fact that comes to you once in a week on Tuesday at about this time, where we look into national issues and discuss them holistically for those who care to watch. Of course, we are viewed on DSTV channel 365 and Star Time 276, and we are all on social platforms, including handles. And wherever you are in the country or even beyond, you watch us and then make your comment. It is interesting for you indeed that the program gives me the opportunity to equally invite personalities to be with us in the studio to help to analyze issues that we discussed on that particular edition. Today, I want to tell you indeed that I have with me a respected Nigerian, a politician indeed, who has been there on ground for over time. He holds a very big position in Kaduna State, and in due course, I will tell you his position in no any other person than Honorable Masha. It's a pleasure having you, Edward Masha.
Thank you very much, Topsy Gibson.
Yes. Yeah, without taking much of time, let me just give you briefly who my guest is. Sir Edward Masha holds a BSc Accounting and as well MB and Finance, all from the prestigious university, that's Zaria ABU. And he had a stint in the banking industry, which he considered as his primary constituency, as a matter of fact. Earlier on, he held the following political appointments in Kaduna State, a commissioner, and member Kaduna State Executive Council, director Kaduna State Industrial and Finance Company, KIFC, special assistant to the Minister of Finance, special assistant, of course, to the Minister of Finance, special advisor on special duties to the governor of Kaduna State. And of course, presently, he is the chairman, PDP Kaduna State. This is the man that will be telling us more about the party. Of course, you know what has been going on within the party. Recently, just about some few hours ago, we saw what happened at the Wadada House here in Wuse Zone 5, where we have two camps struggling to be recognized as a political party that's supposed to govern the PDP. But of course, we all know that PDP has been in crisis for some time, not just today. And that's the more reason why we decided to invite him to be with us in the studio to tell us more. In Kaduna State, where he's coming from, I understand that indeed many of these elected officers, they have abandoned the party, and I want to know whether he's alone and where is he leaving the party, whether he's leaving or staying put out, you know. Once again, let me congratulate you for being part of this program this evening, Honorable Edward Masha.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Sir, you've been following soon after the Ibadan convention, just on Saturday. From there to where we are, it's been like, you know, crisis all through within the party. One wonders basically how you feel. Did you go there in the first place?
Oh, sure. I led the Kaduna State delegation to Ibadan for the convention. And it was a wonderful outing because the convention took place. We voted for a new executive that will run the party for the next 4 years. And none other person than Barrister Kabir Turaki's son emerged as the chairman with other members of working committee.
These were the people you elected?
Yes.
But before the election could come, or even the convention could be held in Ibadan, you had series of court cases trying to stop you not to do that. And of course, if a court gives you an order not to go into a particular action and you decide to contravene what the law says, and that means whatever you do is considered null and void.
PDP is a law-abiding party. We're peacemakers. We are lovers of humanity. We respect every bit of law, no matter how unsatisfied we are. But let me say something. People say there were conflicting judgments. There was a judgment on Friday 14 in the morning that said we can't go ahead with our convention. But later in the day, court in Ibadan, presiding justice Akintola ruled that convention should go ahead. So we respected the last ruling by Akintola. Hence, the convention took place.
That was a counter ruling?
Yes.
By the court in Ibadan?
Yes.
Now, can you not say with what's actually going on right now, because clips are being shown over the time when there was this meeting to be held, organized by the newly elected chairman. We now saw the entire place smoked, where tear gas and other things, police all over the place, taking over the entire Senate, the entire place where it's called Wadada House for PDP. Others are saying they are not supposed to be there. Others are saying they should. If you look at the crisis within PDP, do you think that you actually survive it?
Sincerely speaking, crisis strengthening us, conflict strengthening every organization, and even if it is family. And conflict is not the absence of leadership or the absence of way to resolve it. You could have conflict in several ways, even at your home. Somebody wants to eat rice, and the other person says it's beans he wants. That is conflict. What is happening in the PDP is an internal happening. And that is why some of us do not believe when people say there is a faction. What is a faction? A faction must be recognized by the court of the land before you can call it a faction. I consider the other people as splinter group. Why did I say they're a splinter group? These are people which before now, some of them were suspended by NEC. At the convention, which is the highest decision-making body of the party, took decision to expel them. People that have been expelled cannot convene a meeting. Unfortunately, they are not respecters of the law. They are not respecters of Nigerian constitution, and that is why they will take law into their hand. Unfortunately, such group of people cannot be our leaders. When we decided to hold our meeting to review what happened in Ibadan, the chairman of the party and other working committee went to the commissioner of police, Abuja, and told him we are holding a meeting tomorrow. We've invited our NEC members, we've invited our party chairman, we've invited our BOT, we've invited some key stakeholders so that we can review what happened in Ibadan. He was duly informed yesterday. Unfortunately, before we got there, we saw some other people there. But the good thing is that if you listen to the clip of my chairman, he said he's ready to lay down his life for Nigeria and for the party. Some people fought for this democracy before now. Some people paid for the price. Unfortunately, those who are toying with it now, maybe they have forgotten history. And that is why we insisted. We went in, held our brief meeting, deferred the meeting till tomorrow, went to the office, addressed all key stakeholders with two of our governors that were there. So, we don't have a faction. 14 members out of 17 of the working committee suspended 4 members. And 4 members now will in turn become the leaders of 14. See, sometimes it is a laughable thing, and some of us are ashamed to be associated that these were our members. How can 4 override the decision of 14? It's unfortunate. Mm-hmm. But I want to tell you we're on course. We're working tenaciously. We'll get over this. The law will take its course. Our chairman has a Zoom walk. He has announced it, and work continues.
Honorable Edward Marshall, let me find out from you, sir, as chairman PDP Kaduna State. If you consider your group to be authentic, and you were supposed to use the headquarters today, this morning, only for the chairman to address the press that they are going to postpone until tomorrow. What brought about that postponement? You mean you were not prepared, or some forces came around and disrupted the meeting?
No, the forces, you see, if you have a clip, what happened? Because we are law-abiding people. The chairman said in his office that if he did not restrain the PD member, there would have been blood. I'm cutting him. Okay. I'm going to send a clip to you. Okay. That if I do not restrain some PDP members, there will have been blood. We are law-abiding people. We went and told the police commissioner. Ordinarily, we shouldn't. It's our office, it's our normal meeting. But to show that we are respecting the law of the land, he went personally and met with the commissioner and told him. So when we came for the meeting, and we had some other group who mobilized talks, and unfortunately with some other policemen, which I'm sure they are not under any special authorization, came there. the whole place became rowdy. And our chairman said, because of the situation that the environment is looking, we rather now put off the meeting till tomorrow. It shows the kind of leader we have. If I have insisted on so many things, I'm serious speaking, you'll be reporting 2 in the hospital, 3 had gone, and so many things. Tear gas, we were tear gas. I was telling somebody that the first time in my life, I was tear gas. Since I was asking me of Hassan Head. Hassan Head, my boss, for the first time in his life, also was tear gas. It's unfortunate.
But it's a party worth dying for, looking at the way many are leaving the party.
Oh.
Is it worth dying?
Oh, who are the people leaving the party?
Do you still have members?
No. No, I'm asking you a question. Who are the people leaving the party?
Want me to mention names?
Go ahead.
I said many of these people who were, even in the National Assembly as I speak, I've seen so many of these senators who were elected on the platform of PDP came, stood before their colleagues and announced that they were resigning from PDP to join APC. Very many.
Let me tell you something.
And I believe being the state chairman of PDP in Kaduna State, you have similar story to tell, aren't you?
Let me tell you something about party mechanism. Sincerely speaking, I'm not somebody who would discountenance people. But when it happens, we sit down, we take analysis and ask ourselves questions. If a leader or a person that you elected left, did you go with the people that elected him? That's the question we ask. Let me tell you something.
They will not go with the people that elected him?
No, they will not.
Why are you saying so?
I'm going to verify. Seriously, they will not. There are certain things that happen. People will now say, okay, because Topsy is my friend, my brother, I'll go with him. On the election day, they will not vote for him. They will not vote for. They have the conscience. It pricks them. It tells them what to do. 2023, 10 governors contested for the Senate. Only 2 won. Go and cross-check. Governors, I'm not talking of elected legislators, governors who had this, they contested that election while they were still governors. Only 2 out of 10 won. The people say, we don't want you. Once there is a free and fair election, once everybody's votes count, I swear to God, APC will not go anywhere.
Honorable, are you aware that you were at the start of this discussion, you mentioned 2 governors seated beside the chairman?
Yes.
The one at the other side and the other. Now, are you aware that Governor Seyi Makinde is not fully very much with your party, that's PDP, though the body is there, but the soul has gone out of him?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm one of the persons that spoke personally to Seyi Makinde on phone.
Don't forget that he was one time not so much in PDP. They were the people that created the problem you are trying to resolve now.
You see, they had reason to act on why they did certain things. Sincerely speaking, I wouldn't want to go into that, but let me tell you something.
Yeah.
When Jonathan contested 2015, I was one of the persons who never believed that he should contest. That's number one. 2023, there was a perception by the people that power should move to the south. Even though, if you look at the number of years that the North had the presidency compared to the South, the North, you'll see that it was such change. But perception and the thinking of the people matters. I am one politician that believes that if I go into a contest, I'm not only considering my party members. I consider those who do not belong to the party. I consider some in other party. So if I'm going and say, because my party said, and so be it, no. I can only talk about my party say when I'm going to primaries, which is purely my political party. But when it comes to general election, it goes over and above your party. So it's important to hear what your party is saying, and it's important to hear what the other people are saying. The general perception was power should go to the south. Whether it is correct or wrong, if you take a poll, the poll will tell you, go to the south. So it didn't go. So some of them behaved the way they did. For crying out loud, if somebody acts differently, and later on he realized that we are taking the right path now, let's do the right thing. Why should I hold him for what he did yesterday and judge him with what he's doing today or tomorrow? Makinde did a wonderful job. He was a wonderful host, I personally called him and congratulated him and told him he did a wonderful job. The convention was wonderful. If you people were there or you have your reporters there, they will tell you. If you don't have, I will send clips to you to see what happened there. I want to commend him and commend the governor, chairman of Governor Forum, His Excellency Bala Mohammed Kaurambochi, the governor of Zamfara. They were all wonderful. If you see the array of people that attended the convention, nobody will tell you that PDP is dead. Seriously.
So let me get back to where you're coming from. That's in Kaduna as the number one person, as the chairman, state chairman for PDP in Kaduna State. You said if an elected person decides to leave, that some of them left. It doesn't really mean that they are leaving or he is leaving with the electorate alongside, meaning that he has just done that alone. But when it comes to election, these people that gave him that mandate to be there are still with your party, who then graced the occasion that they came out in the form of a mammoth crowd. Were they rented?
Let me say something again. Just yesterday, I was discussing with a friend.
And that leads me to what I saw in the Wadada house.
I told a friend yesterday that if you remember, I share with you that when people will go for ceremony to be received as defectors, I said they can go in their 1,000, but does not translate their vote going to that party. I swear to God. He confessed to me and he said, bros, do you know that the people we thought that they are with us, they are not? Yesterday. Bros, we know all these games. You know there are people that went there and came back and refused to drop resignation letters. Do you know the people? Somebody told me yesterday, I said, see, they say that PDP is our religion. Just yesterday. So what I'm trying to say is this. People have right to change their party. People that voted them are still there at the grassroots to decide whom to vote. Sometimes, if you perform excellently well, they will now say, okay, Topsy did well. Maybe which party does Topsy belong if they don't know? Let's vote for him. But sincerely speaking, they will not be driven by because somebody moved to APC and APC will have the day. Shocker.
Which means they are going to base their conscience by who does what.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I'm just telling you that it could happen that way. Okay. But I'm not asserting that it could happen that way. Okay. But I'm telling you that PDP is in our heart. PDP is like a religion to us. PDP has done so well for us that we can't forget. We know what we are passing through in the country today. We know how hard the economic is. We know the high level of insecurity. Just today, we're discovering the outbreak of insecurity.
If your party, PDP, is considered strong, like the way you are saying it before the world watching you, why would your chairman call for Donald Trump to come and assist?
No. You see, the issue is that there's no country that's an island. That's when you talk about sovereignty. Some of us laugh that happen to read some of these things, government in school. What is sovereignty? Sovereignty is your ability for you to govern yourself, to help yourself financially, economically, and otherwise. But once you go for somebody and look for help, you want to go and buy a weapon, you went to your country, you need an aid, you go to and you say, well, something happened in your country, you shouldn't have a say. Come on, what is sovereignty? There are promoters of democracy. All what he is saying, please take charge. The issue is that Nigeria is drifting towards one-party state. It's dangerous for democracy. It's dangerous. If the people that stood against the military dictatorship of Abacha by PDP members, we've not forgotten that. The G8, G9, 34, 31, they're PDP members. So there are still funding members.
But it's no longer like that. What you are saying, it's history when we were trying to get into democracy and many other people who were considered very important joined the party. But I've seen the evils of the party, and that's why they are leaving.
No, they were not. The people
now your party is weakened to a very large extent. Give us a guarantee that indeed the survival is setting in a very brief manner because we don't have enough time. And then looking at the meeting that will be held tomorrow, how assured are you that there are going to be a meeting tomorrow with the number of police that I saw and the place totally tear gas? And then you are of the opinion that the meeting will still be held tomorrow.
Topsy, I will come back here.
In a brief manner, sir.
Yeah, but I'll come back here one day and tell you. When people say we can't hold our convention, I appear in television, I say, I will come back and tell you how the convention went. And by the special grace of God, we had our convention. PDP is not being weakened. Technically, we are being strengthened. People are now saying that this is the party to beat. If it is not a party to beat, why do you want to crumble it? Why do you want to kill it? Why do you want to stop the convention? If it is a right over, if it is something that you can go and have it, why are you doing everything possible? Who brought the police to party secretariat? The FCT minister. For crying out loud, where are we going in this country? Where are we leading to? We've forgotten that it's democracy. You want a one-party state? You don't want PDP to file a presidential candidate 2027. Are you God?
And they're succeeding.
No, they're not.
You have just a year to put your house in order.
No, our house is
by 2026, we'll be thinking of campaigning.
My brother.
If these campaigns, if they start, it's very clear that indeed you have a long way to go.
Topsy, I'm sure you will tell me, even not here, even through the phone,
yeah,
that APC is going to is crumbling. And Ogamasha, what you say is true. You will see, they were afraid of having a successful convention because it was going to have people that are going to come in. They didn't want that. They don't want the house to be stable. They are scrambling it. But we also will take that challenge as opportunity to strengthen ourselves.
Okay.
And we're going to stand.
Yeah.
Sincerely speaking, everything is being done with a new leadership in place, with a new renewed hope by the new leadership trying now to reach out and bring people on board. But in reaching out, we'll be very, very careful whom to reach out to. Those who have made up their mind that it is only the present president that should succeed himself. There's nothing they can do about that. But the other people that we needed to reach out to them, we'll reach out to them. 2027, we're going to take over this government. We're going to set up the new leadership, change the direction of this country, give the people what they want. Okay. And I can tell you, by the special grace of God, it's going to happen.
Okay. Honorable Edward Marshall, State Chairman, PDP, Kaduna State. Let me just find out for me in a brief manner, because very soon we're running off the program. Their Senator, Sunday Marshall, is no longer with you in PDP. He has joined APC. The member House of Representatives, Dan Amos, has left PDP to join APC. The State Assembly member in Kaduna State, Ali Kalat, have left PDP. And all the councillors, voted on the platform of PDP in entire Jama and some parts of the state. All the local government in southern part of Kaduna are no longer with you. The question here is, how will you survive? When are you leaving?
I'm not leaving anywhere. I have the mandate of the people. I've taken an oath. I'm not leaving, irrespective of whatever is happening. As far as I'm concerned, the people you mentioned are my friends, my brother. To me, it's a kind of a sojourning they have gone to. But I know it won't be long. They will now realize and be back to where they belong. So we are not part top because we have the people at the grassroots. We are strengthening by them. So I, Edward Passy Marshall, I'm not moving to any party.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let me feel you.
My pleasure.
Thank you, sir, for coming.
God bless you.
Yeah. Well, viewer, that's how far we can go on the program Face the Fact on Global TV, and I believe you enjoyed every detail brought to you by my guests in the person of Honorable Edward Passy Marshall, Kaduna State Chairman, PDP. He told you categorically he attended the convention in Ibadan and he actually participated, what we saw some few minutes or hours ago here in Abuja in Wadata House. And then he has a big conviction in him that the party will actually take leadership in 2027. Well, we'll wait to see. Those who survive will actually see what he said, whether it is true or not. Again, my name is Topsy Kimba. We shall be doing that again on Big Talk tomorrow with yet another personality. Stay tuned. News comes your way at 8. Don't go away. Bye-bye.